Yo, what is up, guys? My name is SenorGiraffe, and we are here back again for a brand new Skyblock video. Now, if you guys would like to join me on the server, the IP is giraffe.oplegends.com, but as you can see, Countdown is behind me, hard at work breaking the glass. We are building a brand new mob grinder. I did the math on this mob grinder, and it should be insanely good, about 28 spawner pillars, which is going to last us for the rest of the map. It's going to take us some time to build, but it should be super good, and we're working really hard on it. As you can see on the right side of our screen, our trophies have not changed too much from the last video, but we are going to be able to grind a lot with this new grinder. We're going to have a brand new collection system. We're going to have everything brand new and more efficient, so it's going to be super useful. How I'm probably going to go ahead and record this is I'm going to show you the start, and then once we're halfway through, I'll cut back, and once we're finished, I'll cut back, and you guys will be able to see all the progress. But pretty much how it works, guys, is you have the center of the chunk right here, F3G right there, boom. The center of the chunk, you've got the center right here, which is our 2x2, and then it's going to be 2 blocks out with a spawner. And then it's going to be over here, another 2 blocks out, with a spawner pillar, which is 4 blocks higher. So this is technically 8 blocks away from each other. And you do it with all of these spawners over here, like this, and then you want to start webbing out. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, pillar, 1, 2, 3, 4, ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, pillar. And you're going to do it like this on each 4 corners. I believe we can fit a spawner in the center here somehow. We still have yet to fully try it out because I believe it's a 2x2, so it might be a little hard to do. So if there was one extra block here, we'd probably be able to fit a pillar. I'm not entirely sure. We still have yet to fully test it. And I think we could maybe even fit a pillar over here at some point as well. It's difficult. We're going to have to double check, but I believe this is the easiest or best spawner you can make right now because of the 8 blocks. I could be wrong. It's, don't quote me on that. But you pretty much AFK your alts in here, and it's going to be AFKing all of the pillars right over here. We're going to just be AFKing our alt in the center, and it's going to AFK 16 pillars total. All of these pillars that I'm looking at right here, they're all going to be getting AFK'd. So it's going to be super useful. And we should start snowballing even faster. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to continue grinding, building all this. And once we're at a decent update, I'll bring you guys back. I'll show it off. And we should be good to go. All right, we are back. And we are at the middle stage where we finished the full platform here. We are just adding the ice. So what it's going to be like is it's going to be ice. It's going to flow down 7 blocks. Drop a block, flow down 7 blocks, drop a block, and flow down 8 blocks right to our 2x2 grinding spot. And it should work really well. We're going to place all the ice, and then once all the ice is placed, we're going to build the pillars, break the ice, and it should all work very well. We're still going to have to make these pillars, though, and they're going to be kind of confusing. We have the markers underneath, so it should be guiding us a good bit. But again, we don't actually have fly. That is the only thing I don't really like right now. We have no fly on Skyblock. I believe they're adding some sort of soup, though, so we should be able to fly at some point. But right now, sadly, we have to build this all, you know, by hand without flying. Which, honestly, it's a nice change of pace. I mean, normally we're so used to building with fly, we kind of, like, didn't want to build this without fly. I guess that's exactly why they don't have any fly at the moment. We are still having a bunch of people grind. You'll see over there, we got someone in there farming all the mobs, and he's got the looting 4 sword. Everything is going well. We are like a well-oiled machine. I'm just gonna be honest, guys, it's clip. I don't think we're losing. All right, I'm just finishing off marking the pillars right now. As you can see, it is quite a large grinder. Just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, place a block, and that should be accurate. Yeah. So as you can see, all these red blocks will be spawner pillars. You'll have the long pillars, which are like the ones with the 4 glass, and the just flat pillars, which are going to be reflected from the ground right here. I think this is going to be a very good grinder, though. Again, we haven't done that much testing, so it might not be that good. So we're going to have to wait and see, and I'll give you guys an update once we're using it. But I think we've pretty much mapped out the entire thing. Just need to do some cleaning up, and I think there might be a few pillars like this one right here. Gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, place right there, and that'll be good. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It just is gonna take us a little bit of time, and the mapping it out is the hard part. So actually, right here, this has to be higher than 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're gonna go up on top of it. I should be building with scaffold realistically and go 1, 2, 3, 4, place like that. And that should be good. Yeah, there we go. So you'll see the outer line is going to be bottom pillars, and then over there it's going to be outer pillars, over there it's bottom, over there it's outer, and it's just going back and forth, and it should work, hopefully. I am really praying it does work, because it's my design, and if it doesn't work, you know, we're clipped, and I'm gonna get yelled at. So let's hope it does. It should. It should. Maybe we should have done some more testing, but yeah, it's a little too late for that now. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really have time to test, so we gotta get this done, because the longer we use that, the less efficient it is. You'll see right here, the reason we need to make this whole new grinder is if we go here, turn on our chunks, all of the mobs end up dying in 4 different chunks, and that just is not efficient. We've got our auto chests here. If the rabbits die outside of this chunk, they will not have the feet deposited in here. So if we go down below, which we have a little collection system, I believe. I built this collection system down here. You'll see what we had to do was we had to have 2 chunk chests in each individual chunk. So you can see it's super inefficient. We're going to have 2 chunk chests here, whereas when we get that set up in the next thing, we're going to have 1 single chunk where we can have 8 chunk chests and a big system. But if you look in here, I think Count might be selling them, so you won't see, but right here we've got bones, which we have an auto chest for. And I believe we're going to have spider eyes. Yeah, spider eyes right here. And also rabbit's feet end up down here. So it's just really inefficient right now. And it was kind of our starter spawner. So hopefully this new spawner design that I made is it's going to be good enough. We'll have to wait and see again. We're still designing it. So just hopefully I don't get yelled at. You know what I mean? So yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do, guys, is we're going to fully finish out this grinder. I'm going to have all the spawners put in. We're going to make sure it works, and then we're going to be working on our god set in this video. This video's primary purpose is going to be getting a god set. We're going to be going for full woolen armor with Prot 5 and maybe some Undead Protection 5 or 4. I think we've got Undead Protection 4 right here. I'm going to gather all of the stuff. You'll see on the right side we have 2 million XP, 700 levels. So we should be able to get our enchants super easy, but we're going for full woolen pieces here. It should be about 51 defense and 12 extra hearts. So hopefully it's good enough in PvP. They are having King of the Hills, so we do need this set for King of the Hills. With all that out of the way though, guys, I'm going to continue grinding. We're going to get back up there, placing more pillars, making sure everything is working. And then hopefully once we place the spawners, it works. We're gonna have to see. I'm really praying it does. So I'll bring you guys right back once we're, made some progress on this. All right, we are back, and we still have not placed our spawners yet. But as you can see, we made this absolutely rancid, disgusting spawner storage system thing. It works though, so as long as it works. But pretty much what we did is we have 8 chunk chests, a chunk chest up there, up top there, and right there, stuff like that. All flowing into some chests up there. We've got 4 chests, so a total of 8, which flow down to more chests, which flow down to 1 chest right here, which enters a hopper loop right here, down into a wall of hoppers into chests. So it's like, it is completely jerry-rigged. I mean, Countdown and I made it together, and we were, I can't lie, it's just like the symbol monkey, that was just what's going on in our brain. We had absolutely no clue what we were doing, but I think we cooked up something that'll work, and now we're going to be placing our spawners. If we go to our IS, I think Countdown has already started placing them, but as you can see, we're just going to be placing them where the red blocks are, and we should be chilling with this setup now. The whole system should work, though. It should be very effective if we just kill this spider. I think it's in the right chunk, so it should drop into the chest below. Yep, so it goes into the chunk chests, and all this stuff will go into the chunk chests down below at that massive little selling thing. I don't know, storage system, I guess we'll call it. But right now, we're just going to be placing these spawners, and it should work really well. Then we're going to break the ice. Once we've done literally everything and it's all fully working, I'll bring you guys again back, and then we're going to go ahead and look at how effective it is. I'll let you guys know if it's that good. And then we're going to start working on our god set, because we're still rocking a full Phantasmic set, which is like, I mean, it's good, but we need that woolen stuff for some PvP, because I want to get into PvP. I want to drop some kids. I can't lie. And I mean, I know our squad is really good at PvP. Countdown, he's an OG factions player. He's a factions sweat lord, in fact. And then Felix is, I mean, he's just a miner, bro. He just mines. That's all he does. So he might be a little bit of a distraction. But yeah, we're going to continue placing all the spawners here. I'll bring you back once everything's all said and done. and hopefully it ends up working as well as we plan. All right, we are back, and everything has been fully finished. You can see we've got our spawners going, we got the nice little mob platform, our collection system down there, and everything is working really, really well. We did the numbers. We are making around 5 mil money per hour. That is disgusting. Completely disgusting. If we go to spawn and go look at Spawner Sam, for example, I'll show you some of his drops we can get. They sell out quite fast now. A lot of people are buying stuff from Spawner Sam, so we're kind of contested. But if we come over here, go look right inside here, his inventory, you'll see wolf spawners for 241k each. There were 50 of them. They sold out within the first minute. So it's very, very contested. Llamas for 1.1 mil might also not be a horrible idea. We are mainly looking for blazes, wolves, rabbits, and cave spiders right now, because those are the go-to ones for money. I'm not sure how much llamas actually give us. Let's see. Llamas give us 47 cents each, so they're not worth buying. They're only really good for the trophies for /IS top, which we are currently still dominating. We're about 200 trophies above the next highest. I mean, there's some moves they could do. There's some ways they could get ahead of us, but I really don't think they're going to be able to think the way I'm thinking right now. So pretty much what we're doing, guys, is we are just grinding dungeons. We're just grinding mobs at /warp grinder, not warp grinder, /home grinder, my bad. Just grinding mobs, always having someone in this minecart, and then selling these auto chests whenever we need to. Also selling the massive system down below. But thankfully, the massive system down below does take some time to fill up. You'll see it's kind of weird how it fills up, but it's going to fill up in these lines. And then once this line's done, it'll go to like the next line, etc. And it's pretty good. It'll last us for a while before we actually have to worry about selling. So we are practically able to grind for about a couple hours, an hour, maybe I think probably an hour, and then we're gonna have to sell everything. So it's pretty tedious because we are running out of sell wands. I have this sell wand right here and this one right here. Otherwise, we have no sell wands. So it is kind of tough. But we are going to be working on our god set in the next clip, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do some planning on the enchants we want on it. Try to get as many of them as I can. And then we're going to try to get our full set. I can easily get the llama charms. I'll just have to grind. I don't have any woolen on me right now, but I'll just have to grind for it. It'll take me no time whatsoever with the new setup above us. So yeah, I'll bring you guys right back after we end up getting all the stuff for the god set. And hopefully it's really good. I'm really hoping it's going to be decent, but we're going to have to wait and see. Alright, we are back, and it has been quite a long time since the last clip. As you can see by our trophy count over here, we are at 1,600 trophies, which is absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to show you guys IS top right now because that's going to be in the next video for payout. But right now, if you look in our inventory, you'll see we have a bunch of these woolen crests. Now, we are not going to be making woolen armor. And the reason for that is during this little break in between the last two clips, they added a brand new armor set. Now, to get this armor set, you have to kill the boss in the dungeon, and there's a chance to get it. Thankfully, we have, a lot of good island members, so, we got ourselves a set. But we're not going to be crafting the woolen armor. We will, though, craft the woolen axe, and the reason for that is it does 13 damage and also gives us 5 defense. So it's a super useful axe, and it does come with the ability Spitfire support. Now, if you hit someone with this ability and they are not in your party, they are going to get weakness 4 and slowness 4. But if they are in your party, they get speed and regen. So it's super overpowered in my opinion. And I recommend at least bringing one because you can just do something like that. Boom, give him speed or give him slowness and then run away. And you can always just swap over to it and do the spell. It's got about a 30-second cooldown, 30-second cooldown. But if we look into our mailbox right here, you will see we have the full Earth Root armor set. Now, this is effectively the best set in the server. I mean, it's kind of maxed out. There's nothing you could really do to it to make it a little better. But as you can see here, if we go ahead and look at all the pieces, this gives us 16 defense, and then it has protection 5, undead protection 5, a robust 4, which gives us even more hearts. So you'll see we're at 24 hearts. This gives us 36 armor. Same thing with all the enchants. So we're up to 28 hearts. And this one gives us 51 armor, which is disgusting. So all in all, from all this armor, we have about almost 100 armor overall. So if we went into a dungeon, we'd be taking literally no damage whatsoever. And then we also have this telekinesis axe right here, which for running dungeons is super useful. Sharpness 5, and we need to get Smite 5 on it as well, but it's really good. We do have our Fortune Axe, which we were using before. So this is kind of like our go-to weapon. But right now in this set, we are literally invincible. There is no way we can ever die in a dungeon. And PvP, it's the same thing. We're just never dying in PvP. This is not as much of a PvP set as it is a dungeoning set. But we have this set over here, which is kind of just like a throwaway set. And if we needed to do PvP, we could always just get a woolen set from like one of the other guys in the islands. I mean, our island, when I say we're dominating, I mean we are literally dominating. We are so far ahead of everyone else. I don't have to hit mobs. I mean, look at this. We got one person hitting mobs over here every once in a while, and that's literally all we need to do. I mean, we've got this big spawner set up, which we did in this episode, and we got all these auto chests around here. We got the the selling system down here, which we don't even really pay attention to because we found some strategies. But yeah, everything is looking really good. We are printing money. If we do /bal factions Luke really quick, which is one of our main grinders, he has 27 million. I currently have a bunch of wolves and cave spiders and all that stuff. So like, if we place this down in our chunk right over here, we just go place this in the chunk and just have it be picked up, put that all in there, and just adding a bunch of stuff. Wolves we actually have a separate grinder for at our island. Right over here we actually have our wolf grinder. So you'll see there is a bunch of stuff. If we go up to the top, you'll see we have, I think it's maybe 2,000 wolves worth. It's a lot of wolves, so it's kind of gross. But yeah, guys, this is sadly going to be the end of the video. Hopefully it's not too short. I wish I had more clips, but we kind of did so much in a short span where I was like, I don't really want to show me grinding. You guys, let's be real, you don't want to watch me just hit wolves, hit rabbits, stuff like that. So we were kind of waiting, and hopefully there's some new stuff coming up here. Payout is going to be in the next episode, and I'm gonna be honest, guys, we're first. We're first, but we're gonna wait and see in the video. Things could change. There's definitely some strategies that I think people could employ to beat us, but for the most part, it's the bag is secured. So we're gonna continue grinding though, guys. We are currently at 1,600 trophies, and it's going really good. I'm excited to see if they do actually release more dungeons this map. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case. But yeah, with that out of the way, guys, I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good rest of your life. I'll see you again when I see you. Until then, much love. Later. Peace.
Fergalicious definition make them boys go loco. They want my treasure so they get their pleasure from my photos. You can't see me but then squeeze me. I ain't easy, I ain't sleazy. I got reasons why I tease them. Boys just come and go like seasons. Fergalicious.